anyway, I was saying to Putin, I said, Putin, you gotta get off this weird train that you got going on all the way through Siberia. You gotta end this war, man. You've been on this vacation for way too long. Get off this train. You know, he just put a new gym in there.
Is he really? He's on the train?
Yeah, he called me from it yesterday. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, is the episode started?
I hit record.
Oh, we
shit.
recording? Oh, no. Oh, shit.
No.
No, but did you hear that Putin has that weird, like, Snowpiercer train?
First of all, I fucking love Snowpiercer.
That movie's so good.
Love that movie.
It only makes sense that that train would have been built in Russia because that would have been the place to test its strength, I guess, durability.
Yeah, but it says gym, spa, beauty equipment. Linked documents reveal hidden details of Putin's ghost train.
Yeah, it's a ghost train. He's got a ghost train. Well, it's called a ghost train because no one. It's hard to find. You know what I mean? That's why it's just hard to find. But yeah, he's got a gym on it. It's basically like a mobile
world
tank. I mean, it's a mobile house, mansion. It's got all the stuff you need to survive on. It's just like Snowpiercer. He watched or read Snowpiercer and was like, I will do this.
It will be mine.
This will be mine. I will have this. But the thing is, when the world does end, that's why he's like...
That's a nice gym.
That's why I'm worried, because like I've read this and I'm like, oh, he's going to definitely like blow up the world, right? Because now he's going to live... His sled, his Citizen Kane, is the comic book Snowpiercer. And like that's what his whole life is led up to. He's like, I will make Snowpiercer happen, and I will be the hero. I will be the Chris Evans. In Snowpiercer.
I thought he'd be Ed Harris's character.
No,
right? He's at the front of the train.
Yes, he'd be Ed Harris's. He'd be Willy Wonka in the future. Yes, because it's based off of, that theory that the guy at the front of the train is Willy Wonka, like way in the future.
Whoa,
you didn't know that? That's why there's kids working on the train. Well, no. He's Charlie. He's Charlie.
Who is?
Ed Harris
is at the front of the train.
That's why there's a W all over the train, like the whole thing. It's a Wonka train. That's why it's like so weird.
Wait, what the fuck?
You don't know this theory?
No.
We need to start the episode. I don't even have the necessary stuff for that, but we need to start the episode. Everybody, this is Mellow Brick Road. We're on path number 57 today. What's up?
Holy cow.
I'm Van. I'm the host. I just blew my co-host's mind today.
Actually.
That's what we do on the Mellow Brick Road. We blow our minds with knowledge and love. That's Trace.
I'm Trace.
That's Trace over there.
Ketchup? 57.
You want some ketchup?
Heinz.
Heinz, you like it? I like it. I knew someone in high school we called Heinz.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Why did we call him that? Wasn't it because his finger?
It was his football number.
Oh, yeah. That was all?
He wore 57, and they were like, what's up, ketchup?
Oh, that's
I think he liked it. He did. He also liked it.
He was an animal.
So maybe he got the number.
A wild beast of an animal.
Maybe he picked the number to take back the power of the nickname.
I was thinking of Matt, who got his finger chopped off.
Same person. All the same.
I thought, you're okay. Never mind. Well, I had someone else in my head.
He's a dad now. Congrats.
Congrats to you, man. Congrats with that nice ball and chain there you got yourself.
So Snowpiercer's a book?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a book.
Is it? Okay. We'll come back to that.
Yeah, go shut that door. I'll explain this theory real fast. Back. So the whole theory is that it has nothing to do with Chris Evans or anything like that, I don't think. But the Ed Harris's character, who I can't think of, basically the person who is the conductor of the train in Snowpiercer, that is Charlie. It's post-apocalyptic. It's all still post-apocalypse, all that stuff. But this is one of Wonka's creations, and all the people on the train, they were all I think some of them were Veronica, not Veronica. You know what? The different kids, they're on the train. They run the train. They're also running the train with Charlie. They all work. Charlie hired all these kids to work with him at the factory. It's all post Willy Wonka, the original Willy Wonka. It's all post that movie.
Post Glass Elevator?
No, Glass Elevator, that movie doesn't exist.
Okay, as if that didn't exist.
Yeah. So it's not based off the book. It's based off the movie Willy Wonka.
Wow. I'm gonna have to really deep dive.
Yeah, we'll do it another time because I don't have the necessary resources for that right now. But we will get into it. We have a lot of other stuff to get into.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's a cool theory. I'll show you a YouTube video. It'll blow your mind. We'll watch it. You know what? We got a long drive tomorrow. We'll watch it then.
Yeah, we got a long drive.
Yeah, going on vacation.
You
just got back from vacation.
I just got back from vacation.
Where'd you go?
Went to Branson, Missouri.
How's that? I love Branson. It's been, I say I love it, but
it's been 20 years.
It's been
surely.
I don't think I've been since then. Yeah, I don't think I've been without the family.
We went really, really young as a family, and we did. I think what did we do? We went to like a magic show. Did we go to David Copperfield? Why is that in my head? There's no way he was in Branson. No.
We went to. I have that memory in my head also. David Copperfield.
I remember
him live
doing like a trick. He was like behind a curtain or something.
Seen Jeff Dunham. I've seen all the greats.
Yeah. Did you see Bo Burnham live? We saw Kevin Hart. We saw Tosh.
Did I see Bo Burnham? I don't think I've seen Bo Burnham live.
I think he came.
Did you see Bo Burnham live?
No. I did.
Holy shit!
But if he ever is,
I almost fucking
kicked
you.
I almost jumped over this table,
launched you across the table,
flipped the fucking
threw
table.
this little Dorothy toy at you.
Oh, she's so cute.
She is cute. I like little Toto down here, like when you do
Toto
this.
runs around.
Yeah, I was doing the moonwalk.
Can you see it? Yeah, I think you can see
it. I don't think they can like see it.
Check out the YouTube video.
If you're
Mellow Brick
watching,
Road.
if you're listening, you can't see what I'm rolling on the table right now. I'm rolling something all over the table, back and forth. It's long. It's cylinder.
It's yellow.
I'm pointing it right. It's yellow and pointing it right at Trace. It's got a weird chemical smell to it.
A lot of movement.
Yeah, it does. Like a snake. Yeah. Check out the YouTube video if you're not listening, you fucking dorks. All right, keep going.
So 20 years ago we went to like a magic show. We did Dixie Stampede. Now it's Dolly Parton Stampede. That's how long it's been.
Dude, I think it's the same show though.
It's the same show.
Does she show up?
No, but she's on all the. She's everywhere.
I don't understand
she's
why
on all the billboards.
Why'd she do that? She doesn't need that kind of. Does she need that kind of press?
The Dixie name change?
Yeah, why'd she do that?
I just think Dolly Parton.
Did she always own it, or
she's always owned it?
So why the change?
Dixie is like has racial history connotations, whatever.
Okay, you're right.
That's why the Dixie.
Honestly, I don't know why I didn't think about that until right now. We're getting some weird.
The Dixie Chicks
Lift your
are now
mic up
just
a little bit,
the
maybe.
Chicks. They're not the Dixie Chicks anymore.
Oh, really?
It's just the Chicks. But anyway, I didn't do any of that. I don't know why I just hold that, but I didn't do any of that stuff.
I didn't know any of that.
We went to Branson and did Silver Dollar City.
Love that place.
Which I've always heard of, but I didn't.
Think we've been there, haven't we?
No.
Oh, maybe
Mom didn't think we had.
Maybe I haven't been there. What's the place with the baseball cages?
That's down at the lake. There's probably one at.
Is that not in Branson?
No. Well, I mean, there's probably one there, but I think the one you're thinking of is at Lake of the Ozark. It's on the Strip, and it is.
I never go to Lake of the Ozarks.
It's closed down now. The batting cages that you're talking about, it's closed down. There's like a 20-foot Native American statue just standing there.
Okay.
There's like giant fish, like 10-foot long fish statues, and there's like a gorilla.
Okay.
From like the mini golf, just sitting there like a fiberglass gorilla.
God,
I want him. I gotta find somebody to call and just be like, "Can I have the gorilla? How much do you want for the gorilla that's just sitting there?" And the fish, dude, they're just breaking down to nothing.
What if we just found like?
Can you imagine having that Native American statue?
That would be nice.
So.
Cool. What if we got like a big piece of wood and then you just like carved a gorilla?
I love those little. You can get little chainsaws for that.
Carved an Empire State Building. Like 3 feet tall, no, 5 feet tall, and then you carved like a King Kong on it, and then you just took like a little like Barbie doll and you just like fucking
stuck it in his hand.
Yeah. Or you carved like a little Macy, or then you carved like a little tiny Macy and you put her in there, and then you carve King Kong's face to look like your face.
Looks like me.
And you give him like a huge like fucking monkey dong, right?
Konky dong.
Konky dong. That's what you call him.
Yeah, Konky dong.
Konky dong and his stolen woman.
That makes me think of that sketch where.
Oh, you saw
the guys.
Wait,
like,
what is this?
So back to Branson.
Is this Ripley's? What is that?
So first of all, the first thing we did, we went to an aquarium. I will say this: Branson has some of the coolest architecture because it's all kind of gimmicky.
That's what I like about Branson.
But it wasn't like it was different than Lake of the Ozarks because Lake of the Ozarks is there's so much money and pissing contests between people. My truck's nicer boat. It's faster.
I don't go to Lake of the Ozarks.
Yeah, it's a weird place. It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It feels like a weird energy, but Branson was so cool because it was more family oriented and just fun. Like it wasn't so fucking uppity. But anyway, we went to this aquarium. Look at that fucking octopus
I love
thing,
that
dude.
building. That building's amazing. Was it all like mirrors or what is that?
Yeah, it's all mirrors. It's all mirrors, and then there's like fountains through here.
So cool.
And
is that part? Is that
just huge?
What am I trying to say? Is that part of the building? As in, like, when you go in, can you see inside of it, or is it just on the building?
It's just on the building. Okay. And the other thing I want to say about the aquarium, great. It was an awesome aquarium, very fun. Yeah. I think it's relatively new. When you walk in, there's like a connection between a lot of these places. So, like, if you buy tickets at one of them,
your watch maybe
my watch. If you buy tickets at one of these places,
I don't know.
It'll you can like get discounted tickets to others. So we went to the aquarium, and when you walk in, there's a wax statue of The Rock in the front door of the aquarium,
like life size Rock.
Yeah.
Well, like life size from like when? From like wrestling days or
like beginning of his Hollywood career. So he was still wrestling.
Yeah.
But and he's just there with two weights, and I'm like, what the hell is this for? And then you get up to the front, and they're like, oh, if you buy this package, you get a discount later at the wax museum because there's a wax museum down the road. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's why The Rock is here. Like, what the fuck?
So he's just there so you get a discount.
He's just there to let you know that there's a wax museum down the road.
How does The Rock feel about that?
I don't know.
Does he know that his likeness is being used for that?
But I will say it was relatively new, though, because he had accurate tattoos. So, like, not that long ago, The Rock didn't have the big
I wonder if they
chest
I wonder
and
if
arm.
they update it.
Oh, maybe they update it.
Do you think they tattoo it? How much would it cost to tattoo a wax figure?
How do you even do that?
With paint. You just fucking paint it, you dummy. With stencil.
So I'll kind of skip around a little bit, but
yeah. So okay. So break it down. So you went there. I want to know. You've been talking about going to the Ripley's, Believe It or Not Museum.
Talked about Ripley's. We didn't go.
We didn't even go.
We didn't go.
I was so excited. You were so excited. I've never been in there.
Yeah,
that was like our dream.
Right. I don't know.
This is why I go on vacation with you. Instead of you. This is why you need me with you. So everyone goes,
what happened?
I don't want to do that. I think we should go over here and look at this bullshit. And I go, you guys go look at bullshit. I am going to spend my money on this. Because everyone, usually when I go on vacation with people, and if it's like family always tries to cover, especially like parents, they're always like, oh, don't pay for your food.
Right.
Or like, don't pay for this, don't pay for that. But it's like, no. Like, because then it's like, fine, you cover that. Then I'm going to use the money I'm saving off that. I'm going to buy myself some stuff. Or I'm going to go have my own adventures. Because, like, if you guys don't want to do this, whatever. I don't want to do whatever you're doing.
Right.
So, like, I'm going to do this, meet you at the food court in, like, 2 hours.
Yeah. This is kind of a cop-out answer, but it is kind of true. It got to the point where there were so many things to do that it was hard to pick.
But that was the one thing you wanted to do.
Well, it was there was one of two things.
And you got to do one of those.
Got to do one of those. So it got to where it was like, oh, we could go here, and here.
Yeah.
Or we could just do this, pricing wise, timing wise. Then it was like,
did everyone want to go do different things?
It was like we split up.
Okay.
Because there was four adult couples.
Yeah.
3 vehicles. So we did split up at one point.
But you only got your one thing.
Yes, but everything else we did was fucking awesome.
Man, Ripley's would have been nuts.
Ripley's would have been cool.
You know what? We're gonna go to Ripley's.
We should go to. We could.
Easy.
So in Branson, Ripley's looks like it's like crashing apart.
Yeah.
Like it looks like it's like crackling, and they painted it like
and
that.
that
Look how crazy they painted it.
You sent me that picture of you in front of that Hulk.
I was at a stoplight.
Oh.
And I had rolled the window down and took a picture.
I thought you were like going into Ripley's. I know. You fucking.
But
damn it.
So the only thing I got to see, but if I'm being honest, there was one thing I wanted to see at Ripley's. Truly, one thing I really wanted to see.
Can I guess what it was? Was it the world's longest toenails?
No.
Was it the world's biggest ball made of pre-chewed gum.
No. Biggest, longest are kind of in the right ballpark. The only thing I wanted to see in this little picture, you can barely see it.
Yeah.
This right here.
That's what you wanted to see?
I wanted to see Robert Wadlow, the tallest human in history.
You're so dumb.
8'11" 3/4.
Yeah.
He was almost 9 foot tall.
Right.
That's the only thing I wanted to see. They had a statue standing outside.
And you didn't see it?
I saw it.
Oh, you did see it.
We drove by it.
You didn't see it.
So I went, "Oh, there's Robert Wadlow. Okay, I'm good."
You saw it, but you didn't look at it.
I didn't go up to it and take a picture next to
glanced.
him. There would have been almost 3 foot of difference. That's insane.
I don't know. I think it's insane how insane you think that is. I mean, it's pretty crazy.
9 foot tall, dude.
I know, but it's just, I think it's funny and kind of cute how
that was the one thing I wanted to see.
You're so passionate about that, and I'm like,
yeah.
There's so
all the other things.
You don't want to see the pre-chewed bubblegum ball, or the
shrunken heads would have been cool.
Shrunken heads. Now you're talking.
That was on
my
the
language.
The
now you're
flyers.
Speaking my language.
I'm trying to think of what else we saw in flyers. Anyway, the only other thing I want to point
the world's largest breast implants.
Oh goodness! So you saw the Hulk. They had a massive transformer out front.
I think I've seen that.
I feel like I took a picture of it.
You took a picture of that.
And then, do you know what this is?
It's like a photo booth, photo frame thing, like one of those Instagram.
So they had the world's fattest man. I don't remember his name. Jerry Seinfeld has a joke about it. He's like 1,400 pounds.
Jesus Christ.
And that is a statue of him with his head chopped off, so you can stand with your head up on his shoulders so it looks like you. That's kind of fucking weird, right? It's his body, no head, so you can stand behind it and put your head there so it looks like you're the world's fattest man. That's strange, dude. That's that was a real person.
Is it, after, last week we were talking about taxiderming bodies,
Right.
Is that his real body?
Oh God, I hope not.
And they just put his skin over a dummy.
Ugh.
Because is that guy dead now? They chopped his head off? Or is it a statue without a head?
It's a statue without a head. Yeah.
Look, no, you can be someone who lives with horrible pain every second of every day.
Yeah. I just thought that was strange. I'm like,
it's super weird.
You want a little kid?
I'm like my whole body is just slumped. I can feel like it's slumped.
Well, I saw it, and because we're at that stoplight, and I'm like, oh, there's the Hulk. There's Robert Wadlow.
Is
that just a fat guy?
Last night.
I will say it didn't look that big.
I was up pretty late last night watching Casino. Great movie. Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, Sharon Stone, Don Rickles. And when they beat James Woods with the baseball bats, that I didn't feel as bad, and as from what you just told me with the fat man, I feel worse about that. I feel worse about the fat man with no head being used like that. And I do James Woods getting beat up with bats.
I've never seen that movie.
He was a creep in that movie. He kind of deserved it. Man, it's fantastic.
So we drove by this Hollywood, what's it called? Hollywood Museum. It's a wax museum.
Yeah, sculpt that.
And it was King Kong on the tower.
Yeah.
We drove by that, which is that's the wax museum. There was some cool shit out front. And then they had a place called Wonderworks, which was like a museum, a hands-on museum, and the building looks like it's upside down.
Yeah.
There's the old Roman columns, looks like they're falling apart.
Yeah, they're crumbling.
Getting crumbled.
It was just thrown apart from a terrible tornado.
Yeah. It's so how do you even build something? Oh, there it is. It's just funny that
wires and
they were let's build
stuff,
it, but make it upside down so people. Branson was full of shit like that. We're just that's a fun looking building.
Yeah. Oh, it's so weird how they built it on an actual building.
The only thing I did that I wanted to do, or not, that's not the right way to say it.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I got to do that I really, really, really wanted to do was I went to the Titanic Museum.
You were pretty pumped.
Dude, it was so awesome. If you even slightly care about the Titanic, you will love it. It is, just the building itself is so cool. And, there's just great info and stories, and it's horrible but awesome at the same time. And you get to feel the iceberg. They have an iceberg.
You get to feel it?
Well, there's like a wall that's frozen, and you get to feel it, and it felt differently than just ice on your hand, I guess. So you're like, oh man, that's fucking cool. And then at the end of the tour, when you get to the last room, or one of the last rooms, they have an exhibit that's like a timeline of the boat, and then it has all the different, like, at 1:00 or whatever, the angle of the boat would have been like this, and you can walk up it, and then at 1:15 it was here, and you can walk up it.
Could you do it?
And then the second one I could do, the last one, is like your shoes won't allow you to do it. Like your shoes will just slide out.
Yeah, and
but if you're holding
then it goes like one more degree, and it's like, this is Lover's Leap.
Yeah, no shit. So then they had that, and then they had the water temperature. They had like a bucket, and it was 28 degrees because it's salt water, so it can get lower. And dude, it was like sticking your hand in fire. That doesn't even make sense.
Excuse me.
And there's no way for me to explain it. It was so much colder than you can even imagine. Like a bucket of ice water is so not comparable to how cold that water was on my hand. And then you're thinking about it going over your shoulders and like down your back,
on your legs, on your balls,
just on your face. You couldn't talk. There's just no way. I wish it'd be so cool. It doesn't make any sense. It'd be so cool if you could just get into a pool at that temperature. If they just had a pool, they're like, hey, try it.
Oh, yeah.
But then they'd have to have a lifeguard to like save people in the museum, which would be funny. Yeah, the Titanic Museum was so cool.
Yeah. You know what though, those people in the Titanic waters could have used? They could have used all the heat that we've been getting the last couple weeks.
We're getting heat?
Not us. Well,
Missouri?
The world.
The world, yeah.
Because it's been so hot.
It's been fucking way too hot. Today was
Ripley's
too hot.
Believe It or Not, can you believe this? July 3rd through 5th, the last week we had, over the 4th of July weekend, the hottest 4 or 5 days in a row, global heat record. So how about that for a record? A world record, Ripley's Believe It or Not. 4 days in a row, hottest day recorded on the planet.
Guinness. That fucking sucks.
So congrats to Planet Earth. You're really doing it. You're really working to get them damn fleas off your back. Those fucking parasites that you got living on your shoulders. You're trying to cook them away. By them, I mean us.
If you were to tell me that, and I used the phrase somebody called Guinness, would you know what I meant?
The Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah.
But also, if you want a Guinness, I got some in the fridge.
I say that all the time, and people go, what? And I'm like the world record.
People just aren't as cultured as we are.
Yeah, I guess.
That's what it is.
You and I constantly had the newest Guinness Book of World Records and the newest Ripley's Believe It or Not.
We still got them.
They had those reflective.
Somewhere in the house, yeah.
Those reflective covers just looking
that was the best thing. The Scholastic Book Fair, you gotta get the new
Gotta
Guinness.
get it.
Gotta get the new Guinness. And then you open that can up, and it's so frothy, and you're like, oh, I'm just a sixth grade boy.
Sixth grader.
Drinking a whole loaf of bread right here before lunch.
Is it the beer?
Guinness?
Is it the same, Guinness Book of World Records and Guinness?
I don't know. Guinness is in Ireland. I don't know what the world record. I don't know if it's the same people. That'd be hilarious if it was. I'm not too sure. Yeah, you look that up. Here's what I want to ask while you're looking this up. We're talking about your vacation trip. If you had to go outside the U.S. for vacation, what are the top three outside U.S. vacay spots you got? What are you thinking? I've got. My top is Ireland still.
Oh wow!
I know I'm going to Chile, and I'm going to Chile, so I'm not putting that in the list. So no, I'm going there. Ireland, I want to see them rolling hills. Japan, maybe somewhere north, but also Tokyo. Egypt, or the French countryside, south of France, southern France. Those are my 3, 4.
100% agree with Egypt.
Yeah.
Has to be my number one. I really want to see the new museum. It's the largest museum in the world about ancient Egypt.
Let's hope it doesn't burn down or sink into the sands.
Yeah, or just spontaneously
damn it.
combust. Egypt's number one.
Yep.
I'm going. I want some Italy in my life. I don't know where. South France would be great. Venice. I don't know much about the world, but
the French countryside seems so peaceful.
Yeah.
Like get a cottage there and just live there. Never come back.
I think it's Italy that has those towns that are just all on a hill. And it's a whole hillside.
And it's Greece.
And then it just lands into a beach. Maybe it's Greece.
The white buildings, they have like those domes.
Or it's just fucking...
You know, they have the domed
Oh,
roofs.
I'm thinking about something else. I was thinking about like the little colored like pastel houses scattered up the mountain.
That's probably Italy,
and then
Greece.
Levels out to a beach. So fucking cool.
Yeah.
Venice?
Oh, see, the thing with Venice is you got to get there like 5 years ago because now it's like literally underwater. Right? So like it's almost too late to see Venice. I know it's not, but like it kind of whenever I look at Venice,
by the time you plan the trip,
but like by the time you get there, like yeah, this is nice, but like it's literally like all the buildings are like falling apart from all the water. So it's not as like if you would have saw it 50 years ago,
right?
Like it would have blown your mind.
Yeah.
All I can do is just watch Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade. That's the best version of Venice because then that's when he gets to Venice. He says it like 5 times in the movie. I love that movie. I love Venice in that movie, so that's where I get my Venice.
I'm gonna say I don't know where specifically. I'm gonna say Australia.
I thought about putting Australia on my list. If I had a top 5, Australia would probably be in the top 5.
It would be hard. I would like to go.
Be scary, but it'd be like a fun scary.
I would like to go somewhere cold. So what's like a good
I'll go like Norway,
Finland, or something. Or
I would go like to Sweden.
I'd
Norway.
be into that.
Norway would be fun because they get that weird candy up there. You know, they get that pepper candy.
What?
They're all their candy's like bitter. It's not sweet.
Ew.
Yeah.
I'd probably like it.
It's like peppery and stuff.
Oh, I like pepper.
Me too. It's a lot of like fish, a lot of like fish and stuff, like cold fish meals.
I would also love to go to Canada.
Yeah.
Like that one seems more attainable, so
like
it's
a
not
checkup.
as... Yeah.
Come back.
Just
That's what I would do.
Doctor's visit.
Go on like a 2-week vacation in Canada, get a couple doctor visits, come home.
I never thought about that.
Dude, how do you not think about that? I think about doing that like 4 times a year.
Jesus.
4 times a month, more like.
Where's the world coming to?
If I was in like Montana, if I was like a little bit more north, if I was in Chicago, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to Canada to get my fucking dental checkup.
Yeah.
Don't tell nobody.
I know we did a list of the United States. Is there anywhere in the United States that's like a must?
New York.
Yeah, New York's up there. I think Hawaii. Just because it's so not the U.S.
Oh, yeah.
Like everybody that goes is like, oh, it didn't feel like I was in the United States at all. But you are. Do you have to have a passport to go to Hawaii?
No.
Probably not.
It's a U.S. state.
Huh. Yeah, it just seems so...
Go to Hawaii and then go to Japan.
That's how you would do that, probably.
Maybe if you can do it that way. You probably
Holy
can.
cow, Japan seems
so close.
So far away.
But Hawaii's really far away, too. Hawaii's like in between.
Hawaii's like 8 hours from the coast. So you have to fly to the coast.
You know, if you were in Hawaii and you went like north, you'd probably hit Alaska. Probably wouldn't hit Russia.
I'd go to Alaska, too. I know that's in the United States.
Wow. It would be kind of fun. You want to hear a really nerdy, dumb thing that I want to do?
What?
You ever seen the movie The Big Year with like Owen Wilson?
The bird watching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack Black.
Isn't Steve Martin in it?
Yeah, Steve Martin.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's one of my favorite movies.
And just go bird watch? Where are they at?
They go all over the country. It's all of North America. It's an entire year. I would love to like plot a course of that throughout a year. Throughout the year and just do that. Because I don't know, I don't know if I would like do the whole like checkups, but it'd be fun to just like go to those places.
Yeah.
Because they all follow like bird migration. So it'd be like you go here and it's like, oh, you'll never see this bird in North America, all like anywhere in North America, all until next year. That'd be kind of fun.
That would be cool.
And then you just you see all parts of the country. That's a great movie. The Big Year, and it ends kind of tragically. Not tragically, but like it doesn't end in the best way, but it kind of does. I don't know. Not for everybody. I guess.
How do they keep people from cheating?
Oh, it's all honor code.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what they explore in the movie. Owen Wilson's character wins, but like, how did he end up getting all them birds? And I'm like, hey, come on now. Come on now, how'd you do that, Owen Wilson?
Yeah, look at that screenshot. That's
so
great.
good. Jack Black's great in that movie too.
Wow.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that movie.
I watch that movie probably 2 or 3 times a year. It's like my October Sky with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Cool.
I love that movie too.
Yeah. Back to what we were talking about.
Yeah.
The Guinness Book of World Records and Guinness were the same.
Really?
But since 2001, they are owned by different entities.
So, are you saying that Guinness has something to do with the 9/11 attacks?
I'm not saying they don't.
Why'd they split? That's weird.
It is strange how anything that happened in 2001,
it immediately gets linked. That's how big of a ripple that event caused, not just in America, but like on a global scale.
People are like, yeah, but it was before September, and you're like,
anything to do with airports. Anything to do with airports. You're like, it was before. Because you're like, wait, how'd you get on the airport with that? Was it 1999? It was 1999. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Well, I think even when Dad
it was February 2001.
I think when Dad and I flew to Pittsburgh, it was his first flight since pre 9/11.
That's weird.
And so to him, it was like, and I had never flown before.
Yeah.
So it was like two guys that had never experienced the airport. It's not that bad. I'm just saying.
People are very dramatic.
Totally new. They really are.
I guess in like some situations,
I've never been stopped.
If you fly a ton, like if you fly a lot for business and you like are constantly dealing with stuff like that, because like I can see that. Because like working at a convenience store, it's fun, it's fine, it's easy. But sometimes there are those days where you're like, this is like, what the fuck is going on? And so I think it's one of those situations where it's like, if you do it a lot, you're going to have not the best time every time. I usually have a pretty good time. I like airports.
The worst experience I had was when we were in Mexico and our flight got delayed 7 hours. And I still found a way to enjoy my time.
Yeah, man, I got really tired as soon as you said that. I had to shut my eyes. Like, wow, I just felt like it was weird. My brain like immediately went into that airport, and they say 7 hours, and you're just like.
And I guess it wasn't 7 hours from the start.
Is there a hotel? Nearby?
It was.
How do we? Do you have?
And you're in another country.
Should we? Okay, hang on. It's like one of those moments where you're like, can I get like 10 minutes to myself? I'm gonna just can I make a and he's like, what do I do?
So and it
How
was
do just doing that for 7 hours, and then you get on the plane, you're like, okay, I'm just gonna pretend like that didn't happen.
The first batch was like, okay, it's been delayed 4 hours, and you're like, fuck.
Oh, so it wasn't all at once.
Yeah. So, but we had already booked like
a
shuttle from our place to the thing. So you're like, you're like, okay, we're going to the airport. We're gonna be delayed 4 hours. Like that's just what it is. And then we got there, and they wouldn't let us through security yet because our flight got delayed so late. They're like, you don't need to be here, and we're like, well, we can't be anywhere else. We're in fucking Mexico.
Where are we gonna go?
Our resort, we had to check out. So like,
where are we going?
And then it was like delayed another 2 hours, and you're like, holy shit, we're gonna get stuck in Mexico overnight.
Yeah.
And then it was like 1 more hour, and then
what was the problem? Like
I feel like the plane wasn't there. I think there was weather. I know there was weather. It was during January, and it was coming from Chicago.
Yeah.
And so I know when we got home, there was snow on the ground. So I'm assuming in Chicago there was a whole lot of snow.
Fucking pilots full of brewskis and brats.
I think our flight was supposed to be at like 11, and we ended up leaving after supper. So I think it was like 6:30 by the time we left. And you
just ate at the airport?
We ate at the airport, which was great. It was a Guy Fieri restaurant. It was fucking awesome.
Right. Yeah, see, if it wasn't delayed, you never would have
I probably wouldn't have ate, but it was like, I've been here for hours. I need to eat something.
Yeah.
And that's when, call back to the earlier episodes of Mellow Brick Road, that's when I was reading Devil in the White City.
Oh, yeah.
So I had all this time to get deep into Devil in the White City, and it was awesome.
That's why you go to the airport bookstore.
You're right.
Because when shit like that happens, you just go, well,
yeah, I'm stuck here.
Might as well just get this going. I paid for it.
I didn't even feel like that. I didn't even feel like, oh, I'm stuck here. I just felt, I'm here.
Here now.
Can't leave yet.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Nothing else to do.
Yeah, that was, but there was the underlying panic of, I'm going to get stuck in the Mexico airport.
Yeah.
The Cancun airport overnight. that's scary.
Yeah, but like kind of fun scary though, right?
Yeah,
like,
fun, good scary.
It's like an adventure.
There was a guy in a stairwell behind us that lit a cigarette. Like,
nice.
Dude was messed up out of his mind, drunk or something.
Nice.
And he just like wandered down there and he lit up a cigarette and we're like, he's going to get in trouble. And I don't really remember what happened.
I mean, hey man.
I think he just wandered off.
He just needed to fucking de-stress, man. He had a lot of shit going on in his life.
But he had no bags, nothing on him. Just walking around the airport, you're like, huh.
You should have probably reported that, man. Probably should have told someone.
He went down a set of stairs that I don't think we were allowed to go down.
Right. So that's why you should have told someone.
Well, I think somebody in our group did, but it was like, we can't even follow him because he's not supposed to go down there. We're not supposed to go down there.
Yeah.
He's just wandering down there with a cigarette. I don't know.
What airport was this?
Cancun.
Huh.
Mexico.
Okay. I'm just wondering if there was any, like, I'm trying to think if there's anything in the news.
If there was any news
of,
reports.
like, a bombing or something.
No,
or something happening in the Cancun airport.
Dude, he couldn't even stand up. He wasn't capable. Well. No.
Alrighty.
I'm just kidding.
Alrighty.
The last thing I want to talk about in Branson.
Yeah.
We went to Silver Dollar City.
Yeah.
I haven't been to an amusement park in like 5 years.
So it's an amusement park. It's not like an actual town.
Right. It's an amusement park.
Right.
And then there's a water park off of it that's called something else. But the amusement park is set up like a little town.
Okay.
There's like old buildings. There's a blacksmith, a glass blowing.
Just Smith. That's fine.
There was a smith.
I hate that joke. I hate that, like,
yeah,
now anytime someone says anything with the word...
You could have just said, what? You could have just said...
Why can't it just be Whitesmith? And it's like... Yeah. And I'm the one that made the joke. I know I'm the one that's at fault here, but I'm saying
it is.
I hate when people did it. You know what? I did it. I did it because it is a trend that people do, and that's what I did. I was trying to follow it. I was trying to surf on that wave, and you know what? I don't want to surf on that wave.
Yeah,
I don't like that wave because that wave is not. It's dumb.
Yeah, it is stupid. Super stupid. It's stupid.
I apologize for slamming on the brakes. Continue with the show. I'll just.
So there's a blacksmith.
I'll be over here. Just keep talking. I'll be over here.
There's a blacksmith. There's a glass blower. There's a guy that's like making baseball bats right in front of you.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this is fucking awesome. And there's like these little shops you can buy candy and funnel cakes, and it's like very oldie. Nothing's brand new, which is awesome. And then we rode a bunch of roller coasters, and we did one called Time Traveler that had to be brand new. It was like steampunk themed. So you know, like a lot of roller coasters, you go in on the ground floor and you climb immediately. This one, you walk upstairs. Like the waiting room or the line is upstairs.
Oh, so like
so you have to climb this,
like Mr. Freeze at Six Flags.
I've never rode that.
Oh man, it's like you walk up like a bunch of flights of steps.
So you walk up all these things, and there's like a bottom floor and there's a top floor, and you can see down in it. But there's 500 clocks, all these steampunk looking clocks.
Oh yeah.
And the whole time you're standing in line, there's like speakers above you there's like ticking. Are
you into the steampunk situation?
I used to like it, the like aesthetic.
I remember when I first saw it. Yeah, the first time I saw it, I was like, okay, this is interesting.
Yeah, now it's like it feels goofy.
I don't know how it's still around.
Cheesy.
I feel like I saw it for a while, and then I thought it like went away.
Yeah,
or like
there's like,
but now it's like
conventions.
You know, well, yeah, but I didn't hear anything about that for a while. I don't know. Maybe it was like it came in and it was like kind of like a new thing, and then I think it just kind of like fully. I think steampunk just fully meshed into the rest of society. I think, and I just kind of like, not that it's no longer there, but it's no longer like, oh, look at this crazy thing, because now people have furries they can look at and point. They can point and look at those.
When steampunk was like,
steampunk's kind of cool,
more subtle.
Yeah,
I thought it was cool. Then it was like top hats with gears and clocks and metal bits and the glasses and the suit, and it was just like,
that's a lot.
Okay,
that's a lot.
It was cool when it was like these unique little goggle steampunk things.
It's almost like a backpack that looks like it's made like a steam engine backpack. You're like, that's like kind of neat. How do you do that?
When people were making things look like rusty, I was like, oh, that's fucking cool.
I like the rustic look.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the rustic. That's definitely an aesthetic for me. Yeah.
This roller coaster is pretty new, and it was I guess you would call it steampunk. Like the people that were working the roller coaster that like put your belt on and start it and stuff.
Yeah.
They were wearing like top hats, suspenders.
Top hats are a huge. And
they were in the steampunk realm.
Top hats are only a big thing because that's the only hat that's tall enough to put those big fucking goggles.
All those.
On.
Yeah.
It's the only hat that's big enough for it. Like for some reason the stovetop cap.
Yeah.
Is why is that? What is that? Why?
I don't know how they landed on that one necessarily, but so.
Steampunk feels very British. It's very British to me.
Yeah.
Like steampunk feels very like London punk. It's very like I don't know. It almost like it's like it gives me like futuristic
there's a video game that really
what's the movie I'm thinking
of
with the hyper ultra violence? You know what I'm talking about? You've never seen it. Crap. The Orange. Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
It feels like a modern
BioShock. That's what it was. BioShock was
BioShock was my first introduction. Well, I guess my introduction to steampunk, and I loved it.
But
horror steampunk.
And it was like 2007, but it wasn't like it was so much more subtle. You know what I mean? It wasn't full bore.
BioShock 3 is not subtle.
No, I meant like the steampunk aesthetic.
Like
they made a choice, but it
very
wasn't.
Like it's not Victorian, but it's very it's kind of like it's almost like early 1900s like post Victorian England. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense at all?
Yeah.
As in like the high society of London was still like dressing up like that, like real posh and real like fancy with like the suits, like the 5-piece suits, and the women have the giant dresses with the big bosoms,
right?
Like that little frilly thing that they do, and with the layers and of the fabric. And
see, like this is too much. Look at all the gears on this guy, and the goggles aren't even functional because they have shit on them.
I feel like I like the vest if he was like working on a clock.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a watch, and I'd be like, okay.
Yeah,
You ever seen the movie Hugo? That's kind of a steampunk movie.
I don't think so.
Anything that deals with like gears.
Yeah, gears is like
anything
the
with
main
steam engines and gears. That is definitely going to be in the steampunk.
I feel like metal.
The game Thief. That's a good one. It's very steampunk.
So that was the theme of this roller coaster.
Yeah.
And you're sitting in the waiting room, waiting room like it's a doctor's office. You're sitting in line, and it wasn't super long, but the clock ticking
right
had my heart rate up. Like I felt my anxiety grow
atmosphere
because of it, and there would be like a grandfather, like the sound of a grandfather clock,
right,
every once in a while, and you're just looking around. All these clocks are set on different times, and I was like, damn, they really like leaned into the aesthetic here. And then they send you up, and it was one of those rides where, like, you have to be a certain height. You have to be a certain, not age, I guess, but a certain height. So it really cuts down on the amount of people that are willing to ride it because it was, like, the craziest one. And so we just got up there, and they threw us in our seats. Like, it was pretty quick.
I'm looking at this picture right now, and
Uh-huh.
I'll try and post it on here so everyone else can see it. But it's got, like, so you got the car, so you're sitting in a little cart.
Yeah.
And it's like it's got a thing in the middle, a separator.
There's a partition in the middle.
Partition, sure. Big words, big man. Okay. So then you got two people on one side, two people on the other side, and they're facing opposite directions from each other, right?
Yep.
So you're facing opposite ways.
And then so
the next car, all the cars look like that, right? So everyone's facing to the outside of the car.
There was a line of 4.
What I'm seeing here is that you were staring at a couple the entire time.
We knew the other two people.
Okay.
We knew the two people in front of us. So they were sitting in the first cart. There was a couple looking like into the roller coaster like normal, and then they were facing backwards at us to start, and then we were facing forward.
Does it go front and back, the roller coaster?
So when it starts,
Like, by the way, I'm so mad that you went on these roller coasters because I've never been on a roller coaster with you.
Yeah.
And I fucking love roller coasters because you used to be.
I used to be that guy that didn't like him.
You would just sit and you sit in the sun, and that's the key. That's why you go to Mr. Freeze, because you go inside and it's air conditioned in there because it's Mr. Freeze's lair. So it's cold, so you cool off, and then you go on the roller coaster. So you used to never go on the coasters.
I wasn't into the big
now you're
dogs.
Going on coasters.
I wasn't into the big dogs, and I don't know what happened when we were at Silver Dollar City, but it was like there was enough comfortability with the people that I was with.
Okay.
Well, I'm not saying that I'm not comfortable with you. I'm just saying that plus like my little niece was like very excited about it. And so she's like, "Come on, who's riding with me?" And you're like, can't say no to a little girl. Like she wants to. You can, but then I would have felt bad.
No, she would have felt bad.
I don't know. There was just enough people like, I'm gonna ride it. You're not gonna ride it? And I'm like, okay, yeah.
Who didn't ride it? Did anyone not ride it?
Macy didn't ride it. My sister-in-law didn't ride it. My in-laws didn't ride it. There was only 4 of us. 4 out of the 12 of us rode it.
You went on it,
and I was one of them. So anyway,
boy, that's good.
When it started, dude, I'll go back tomorrow. Okay, but I'm only riding it once.
We're doing that?
We're not going to do it twice.
No, I don't do that.
I'm just going to do it
once. We're doing that, and then we're doing Dolly Parton and Stampede, and then we're going home.
And then we leave, yeah.
So then we got to go home.
So it's a one-day trip.
We got to do that tomorrow. We got to leave early tomorrow morning, and then we got to be back here by noon so that we can leave on actual vacation.
Okay, we would go southwest for this, and then come back up, and then go southeast for that would suck.
That would suck
literally
so hard.
Opposite sides of the state, but both south.
Okay.
So when this roller coaster starts, it's like doing the ringing at the top of the hour. It like does that.
Oh, okay.
So the thing starts moving, and when it does the gong thing, the seat in front of you spins. So we're looking at people, and it spins, and they disappear. And like I said, we climbed up to the top, and so the first thing is a drop.
Oh,
and so
shit.
It starts. You're
That's
like,
awesome.
"Hey, what are you guys doing? This is awesome." It starts. They spin away. They're gone. And then you're like, "Oh shit, there's a hill right here."
Yeah.
And then gongs again.
Yeah.
You spin. Now you're backwards.
Before you can even realize what happened to them, it's happening to you, and you're like, "Oh shit!"
So then you go down like sort of sideways, and dude, this said 50 miles an hour. It starts roaring you up and down, and I don't think it was just loose spinning. Like I don't think you were just free. I think it was automated where you would spin, but you would get to a huge thing, and as you're going up and corkscrewing upside down, your chair would spin. So as you would brace yourself, then you would spin the other way, come back down in the other orientation, and then it did like 2 or 3 drops, and then watch out, Blank. Hold on.
I tell you, if you're listening to this episode, you're a fucking idiot, dude. If you're only listening to this in your car, you're a fucking idiot. You better pull over and open up YouTube because you just fucking missed some gold.
Come watch me talk with my hands. So then you get to a landing, and you're like, "Holy fuck, that's it." Like it was so intense for 30 seconds. You're like, "Holy shit, that's it."
My heart's beating really fast.
You come all the way down to a stop. The chairs are like kind of realigning, and you're like, "Hey, we're making it! Like this is crazy."
Yeah.
And then literally it goes 3, 2, 1, go, and it fucking slings you off again.
Oh shit!
Like I was like, "Oh, we're done," because you're trying to like orient yourself, and then you're like, "Oh yeah, there's a giant thing."
Hell yeah,
dude! It does triple the amount you did to start.
So fun.
And there were parts where, like, you would come down, and then as you're going back up, your chair would turn, and you are completely blind to what's gonna happen behind you. You're gonna corkscrew, go up, down, dude. But if I got off, it rewired my brain. I was a different person when I got off that roller coaster.
Whoa, you like
transformed. It took me
a
long time to like.
I feel it.
Reorient myself.
My heart's still kind of beating.
It was actually crazy. It was really, really fun.
Nice. That's great for
this little front spot is like, it had like a calendar thing that was is like all the months, all the days, and all the years.
It'd like spin.
And it was like flashing lights. So you're like, oh fuck, where are we gonna land?
Like you're in a time machine.
Yeah.
When are we, dude?
The like, and I'm thinking about it now. I was in a dead sweat.
It does kind of look like the
It was warm.
time machine from the that Pierce Brosnan? No. Go on.
I don't know. It was warm that day, but it was like comfortable, especially when you're on a roller coaster and there's moving air. Dude, when I got off that, I was in a dead sweat because it was just so, I don't know. It was so like just crazy to me, but it was really, really fun. I'm glad we rode it. But yeah, I'll go back. I'll go back and do it for sure. And they had good funnel cakes. I mean, what more can you ask for?
I haven't had a funnel cake.
A near-death experience on a roller coaster. Not near-death, but
a long
had a funnel cake
time.
and had those little not curly fries, the little spiral cut potatoes.
Yeah.
Had those. It was a good time. But yeah, that's our like must visit Missouri, show me state spotlight. It's the Show Me State Spotlight.
Okay.
Making a new segment I'm making up the segment.
I'm trying to find the H.G. Wells the Time Machine movie, but I don't know what year it came out.
The only thing I can picture this as is there's a scene from, which I've never seen it all, The Big Bang Theory, where they buy one.
Yeah, that's from the movie that I'm trying to.
And I assume that's what it was from.
Here's the movie. It's right here. I think it's the 2002 one. Guy Pearce. That's the name I'm trying to think of.
Nerbalemian.
Guy Pearce. Hey,
here's
what I want to think about. You're talking about Missouri, Show Me State. What'd you say?
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
What
that
did
little
you say?
spiral thing.
Yeah.
The Show Me
OG
State
one.
Spotlight.
Show Me State Spotlight.
We're spotlighting something in the state of Missouri. Branson Mo.
Okay, good. Let's put the spotlight on Branson Mo and take it away from the state capitol because it was just voted the most forgettable state capital of all the country.
Huh.
Jefferson City, state capital in Missouri. Which, by the way, here's my question to Missouri. As a Missourian my whole life, why is the state capital in Jeff City? Why is it there?
I feel like I've looked it up before.
Of all places, why is it there?
Is
St. Louis too dangerous?
It is.
Kansas City split in half.
It's pretty centrally located. That's one of the positives.
I'd rather.
It is centrally located.
Put it in Columbia.
Right.
A little too north. I guess Jeff City is.
They're 30 minutes
right
within each other.
So like, Columbia's got.
I feel like I've looked
does
up
Columbia
the
have more
story.
stuff? It's not like the city itself. I mean, what is there to do in Jeff City besides get your lottery ticket?
Yeah, besides cashing and seeing the prison, the bloodiest prison of all time.
Exactly.
And forgettable in that like the building isn't cool looking.
Yeah,
or
there's like nothing cool in there. Like the art in there is like, I mean, here's the thing though. I've read both sides where people say the art is boring and the art is like whatever. But some people say they could spend hours and hours and hours in the state capitol building looking at all the art. I don't know. I don't think I've ever been inside the state capitol building, so I don't know what it looks like inside.
You didn't take a field trip there?
Maybe
4th grade.
Yeah, I don't
5th?
remember. 4th
Well,
grade.
I know. I'm just saying, like, did you guys go up in the dome where you can whisper? You can whisper on one side, and it goes all the way around and comes on the other side. You don't remember that?
I don't remember. Maybe I was molested somewhere in that time. And I have like a block of memory blocked out. That's why I can't remember because I can't remember any of that. Like I feel like I sort of remember, and I see a lot of like shadows of people in my bedroom, but that's it.
Maybe I was molested.
I don't know. No, but honestly, I don't know. Maybe I went there.
But the river is behind it. That's cool.
But I don't know because I don't know. I
have
to
a
go
hard
back
time.
and visit it. I guess. What do you? Let us know. mellowbrickroad.podcast@gmail.com. Let us know what you think about the Missouri State Capitol. How do you think we should fix it? How do you make it more memorable?
Wow, it's Jefferson City is the 15th most populated city in the state of Missouri. I would have guessed like 4th.
No, 15th.
That's right. I would have guessed like, okay, there's St. Louis, Kansas City,
right?
Columbia, Jeff City.
No.
Yeah, I would have said
like
4th.
St. Joe's probably higher than they are.
That's fucking crazy.
Springfield.
Wow.
Springfield's got more.
Fucking last place again. Or are we first place? We're the most forgettable. First place.
Great.
I think you would have to say least memorable.
What would you do to fix it? What do you do to fix that? You put like a water slide in the state capitol?
I would do like a giant. Remember in Call of Duty? Remember in Call of Duty at the end of the game where they had the museum that could move? Do you remember that? At the end of the game, there was like exhibits of all the missions that you just played.
Yeah.
They need to do that, but like Missouri history. Whoa. Lewis and Clark.
All those French people.
Right.
Trappers and stuff.
Yeah.
The Choctaw.
Yeah. The Lewis and Clark. I mean, what else would you use? I just said Lewis and Clark, and that's all I could think of.
You said 3 times. The other things.
All the other things in Missouri's popular.
Yeah.
Okay,
Branson
they're fucking
stuff.
Obviously not memorable.
Missouri's got lots of fun history. We just can't think of it off the top of our head. Well, again, I don't have the resources.
The thing too is like everybody
caves.
Everybody East Coast. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That'd be fucking cool.
What if you had some sort of cave exhibit?
Yeah, we're like second in caves.
There needs to be some sort of exhibit in there. Maybe some sort of like interactive thing in the Capitol. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Not just like paintings, but like some sort of interactive. Remember like that sculpture, that woman artist who makes those
the
funky
fucking
sculptures.
Weird. Yeah, they're so cool though. They're so cool.
Yeah. Like something like that. Something like where there's like interactive things in the Capitol. Like that. That'd be kind of because then that's something you would remember. Like, oh yeah, that's the state capitol that has those fucking cool like lounge art pieces.
But if we're being honest,
that's the capitol with like that live bear with the cage.
Okay,
that's the one that gets
you.
Now I got you right.
Yeah,
now I got your attention.
What?
Because Missouri has the seal. This Missouri seal has those 2 bears on it, right?
Right.
Get 2 bears. One on each end of the
2 bears,
of
1
the
cave.
room.
Here we are.
Well, no, we're not. We're not promoting that show.
We did say caves.
We're not promoting that show,
right?
Even though that's pretty good.
I like that, but what I was gonna say is, who voted on this? Who's visited all the 50?
Oh, the state capitals?
Who knows?
Hang on, I'll pull it up right here.
Like, have you been to other state capitals?
No.
So then it's like, who's
going? Poli-sci major, dude.
Yeah. So then it's like a little bit skewed towards. You're cutting off the population, a lot of the population here, because most of us don't experience that.
Yeah, I guess that's.
I don't know though.
That's a good point. You know what? Here's another fun thing about Missouri, that I had to say. Shout out to our governor Mike Parsons, right? Because he named. UFO, the official UFO capital of Missouri.
I saw that, but what was his reasoning? There's just been so many sightings.
Well, I know he grew up in the area, right? So he's like, I think he's got history with this UFO site. It's in Piedmont, Missouri. That's the official Missouri UFO state capital.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
According to him.
I guess we could put like a cool UFO exhibit in the state capitol. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Like a sort of UFO thing. Like, how like there's an arch, the elevator, but instead of that, you go up in an elevator, but it's like okay, here we go. You get an old water tower, right? Okay, everyone. This is my idea. I call dibs. Get an old water tower. I don't know where you find an old water tower. You find an old water tower.
You can find one.
Drain it out, I guess, if it's still got water in it. You design it up top, make it look like UFO, right?
Like
you shape it up, make it look like UFO. Get the 4 legs coming down, right?
Yep. The landing gear.
Decorate all around those. Make it look like a tractor beam coming down, right?
Better.
Put an elevator in there,
Uh-huh.
right? You go in the elevator. You pay. How much was the elevator? You said you wanted an elevator, or there's some sort of elevator.
It's like $10
in Branson. A $10 elevator ride. Wow. So we paid. People pay $10, go in the UFO elevator, they get abducted. Up top, it's a fucking weed bar. We call it the space bar, and it's got like it's just bud tenders and just you get fucking high and you go to space with fucking aliens, dude.
If that isn't memorable,
you got aliens like delivering like joints or like fucking like nugs to your table.
I thought you were dealing cards.
I don't think you can really play. I don't think if you could play poker when you're high.
That's what I was like. Why is he dealing cards up at the top?
No, he's tossing out fucking joints and blunts,
but
dude.
like That shows who smokes weed between the two of us and who doesn't. Because I was like, why are we dealing cards at the top?
Tossing out nug, like fat, juicy nugs, throwing them right in your face, dude.
So now you can get high. That's
my idea.
But will people remember getting high at the state capitol?
Yeah, they're gonna remember the state capitol has a UFO weed bar inside.
Wait. What did I just look up? The goddess of agriculture is the statue on top of the state capitol. Can we incorporate that?
What if the state capitol had a corn maze inside of it?
Hemp maze.
A fake, no, corn because it's Missouri. Hemp maze, yeah, it'd be cool, but like...
Okay.
Like a fake corn maze.
That'd be fucking cool.
Or how about this? How about this? Also, you make a mini golf course, but it's like corn, like a corn maze, but it's like miniature corn, right?
Yeah.
But it's like the course is like between the corn, right? But the corn is like...
Oh...
Like the barriers are corn.
Dude, our state capitol would be so lit.
You know what? Hey, Missouri.
This
is what we do.
Great.
Who's that? What's that new Missouri travel Visit Mo? Who's that lady? That one lady that's on the new commercials for Missouri's like tourism?
I don't know.
Visit Mo. I'll put her picture up right here. Beautiful woman. If she identifies as female, I'm not sure, but she's gorgeous. Go to images.
Visit Mo.
Her right there.
This lady?
Her right there. You ever seen this commercial?
No.
Visitmo.com. Oh, dude, there's a huge, Missouri's got a huge tourism thing going on right now.
Well,
which is great.
Humble brag. I've been in one of their ads.
You've been in one of these people's ads?
I've been in Visit Mo's ads.
What do you mean?
I did an ad where they did.
Did you get paid?
No.
Did you mention the show?
It was a couple years. It was before we had started. Several years ago now. But it was, they were doing an ad on Mark Twain Lake.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, we kind of had a little inside track, and they were like, what if we, they asked somebody with Explore Mark Twain Lake, shout out to them, go to their website, exploremarktwainlake.com.
Yep.
They did,
Salt River Shirt Company.
They were like, do we know anybody that has a big pontoon boat where our camera folks can stand on that and then take pictures of the lake from the boat? So they literally just needed somewhere to be standing to take pictures on the water.
They needed basically a raft to stand on.
And my dad and I both work in schools, had worked at schools at the same time, and they were like, Dad and I are like, yeah, we don't have shit to do. We'll take you on our boat. And then they... I was trying to find the little clip. They were like, do you guys have any jet skis? And we're like, yeah, we got a jet ski.
Yeah, we got one. Her name is Goose.
We got a Sea-Doo named Goose. And they're like, bring it. And so we went out at like 7 in the morning.
No way.
With those two things. We picked up the photographers, and they just had us drive around for like 13 hours. We were on the water.
Jesus.
To set up all these different shots.
Best day ever.
Dude, it was amazing. And then we got to be in an article, and so there are a clip, like an ad, and there's clips of our dad's pontoon boat and his dog Pearl.
Pearl man, shout out.
Getting, like, playing on the boat, and then there's shots of me on the Sea-Doo driving around. It was fucking awesome.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Visit Mo. See.
Visit Mo's dope. No, look them up, though, at visitmo.com. They're actually, like, and their Instagram page is pretty sweet.
Mechanical bull, but it's a Sea-Doo with water underneath in the state capitol building. Nobody will. Instead of a fountain.
This is
of a fountain.
This is why we need to be working for the Missouri Missouri Tourism Board.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna clip this and send it to Visit Mo.
That would be so dope, dude.
We need to be speaking with someone at Jefferson City.
Yeah.
Working with the state capitol.
Yeah.
We need to be speaking with them personally and just sit down with a pitch meeting, and then they pay us a lot of money to just come up with ideas.
I found it.
There it is right there.
I found the ad.
I'll post it on
visitmo.com. You can look up.
Yeah, you know what? You go to visitmo.com to watch
Visitmo.com. They have a tab called Things to Do, and you can look up Mark Twain Lake.
Here's the link. Right there.
Click.
You clicked it. He clicked it.
I tried to click it.
I think if you would have done that, it would have your hand would have been behind it. The link.
Here?
No, see, no, because we're on a video right now. So like right now we're pre-production. Right? No, actually we're like present production. So like when we're in post-production, this is already filmed. So it's no longer like we're no longer in 3D space. We're flat. Me and you are, right. So then like everything that goes on the like all the After Effects, that goes on top of us, right? So like you going like this.
I'm behind the link.
It's still gonna show.
It's here.
Wait. No, I think you were right.
No, how would I wrap it though? If you put the link
doing
here,
it, you can't point in the front. But if you were to go like, oh, I'm behind it, and do that, that would probably work.
Then it would look okay.
Yeah, no, you were right.
You guys gotta watch the video. I'm telling you.
Guys, we're like the best at this.
You gotta watch.
If you're not watching, if you're only listening to this, I just want you to know I hope everything goes wrong in your life. No, I'm joking. We love you, Spotify. Until we start getting Spotify video, and then I'll go even harder on you audio listeners because you're missing out on quite the show right
now. Speaking of that, I figure it's about time to wrap things up. I want to mention something for you guys to look up. It's just a little homework. If you haven't seen it, it's gone mega viral already.
Yeah.
The Las Vegas Sphere.
Yeah, you sent me this.
Look up the Las Vegas Sphere. I was in Las Vegas, had no idea this was happening, saw it being built. And we were like, what's this giant fucking steel cage ball?
It was shaped like a ball.
You could tell it was a sphere, but it was just like a jungle gym.
It's not even a sphere
of metal.
Let's be honest. You're right. It's not even a sphere. It's like it's more than a dome.
Yes,
because it curves.
It
comes back into.
But yeah, look it up. It is the entire, and apparently it's on the inside too. The entire inside.
What would the inside look like?
And the entire outside are all screens.
Because haven't they had it? They've had it. Where they've played like games and stuff, and like they've had in concerts and stuff. They've done. I'm pretty sure they play like stuff. Concerts.
They've done concerts for sure, but they already have plans to start hosting lots of things. But just to give you an idea, they've done like a basketball that looked like it was spinning. And this thing,
dude, my favorite is the eyeball.
It's $2.5 billion. It's massive.
Yeah.
And it looks like a traffic accident waiting to happen. How do you not get caught looking at that?
Here's what I want to ask you. Would you consider this as a modern world wonder?
Yes.
You think you would?
As much as I hate like the modernization of architecture as a whole, this is a little bit in its own lane.
This is like Coliseum level of like this is because the Coliseum. You think about it, the Coliseum is just a big sporting stadium. But if you think about it, though, it was revolutionary because you could even do like naval battles.
You could have
in the Coliseum. You could flood it, right? So like this is next level of entertainment. This is next level entertainment. So like I agree. I think this is some kind of modern world wonder. I don't know what else you would put on that list. Maybe some sort of bridge.
What sucks about it is I know there's buildings out there that I just have never heard of. I know there's amazing buildings out in the world.
But nothing like this. This is different.
No, this is definitely the first of its kind. It's definitely in a world of its own.
Interesting.
I believe as soon as they finish building this one, or they're getting ready to do it, whatever it is, I think they're building one in London. Exactly the same. I think it's London. They said whatever they finished the Vegas one, they were going to build another one. But I'm with you. This is such in its own category. This might be one of 7. Like the 7 wonders, this is the first one. We got to find 6 more. I think so. I don't know what else there is.
You watch the show Abstract on Netflix. There's an architect on that show who designs really funky buildings. Mm-hmm. I think it might be like a vertical. I think one of the 7, sometime in the future, it's gonna be like a vertical garden. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Someone's gonna make like, you know how they're starting to take old abandoned like warehouses and office buildings, and they're starting to make them into vertical gardens, which is great because that's just great. And so I'm wondering if like there'll be like a massive vertical garden somewhere that like looks like a giant like Mayan temple because it's like a pyramid, but it's got like, you know, they got like some sort of water filtration system, so it looks like there's waterfalls on it for all the food, and it's just like gorgeous. And I don't know, it has to be something like that building we just saw. Like a modern wonder can't just be something like those modern, the ancient wonders. They weren't just It wasn't just a pyramid. It served a purpose.
Right.
It wasn't just a tall building. There was a purpose to it. So it can't just be like a giant stadium. It has to be something like, because there's a lot of giant stadiums now.
Yeah, I mean, it's who can build the biggest one.
So now it's like that's not just a stadium. That has like a new level. I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah, it's so otherworldly. That's like even the pyramid now. You're like, that's otherworldly.
The London Eye. Would you call that a modern wonder?
I don't know. No, I don't. It doesn't feel as high up. What about like the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building? I don't really like. Yeah, it's incredible, but I'm not like blown away by it, like the Eye or like the Sphere.
But the London Eye though, it's a Ferris wheel. It's amazing. You know that Ferris guy. You know the story.
Oh yeah, it's
so like
Devil in the White City.
You know, how does it?
I don't know.
Everyone says that the Ferris wheel, like those architects were like crying when they saw it for the first time, because they were like, "This is like the most like it's amazing that this works. It's amazing that this it's an architectural like revolution with the Ferris wheel." So like right,
and then like the Eiffel Tower, they built it and everybody's like, "That's fucking ugly. Let's tear it down." Or the plan from the beginning was to tear it down, and then people fell in love with it, and now it's like the thought of tearing down the Eiffel Tower sounds crazy.
Yeah.
But that one's, I don't know. I looked up like modern architectural wonders, and none of them really.
I mean, they just
jump out to me.
Like, go look up the what's that? Go look up
like the Opera House in Sydney.
No. There's a different one. Look up Opera House. I don't know. I just hit that. I guess. I don't know if it's the Sydney one. I mean, the Sydney one is incredible,
right?
Because the way it's designed is like it's a building that serves a purpose. It's not just a building. It's not just a shelter. It is a building that serves a purpose, and that building serves the purpose of acoustic maximization. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The Vegas Sphere is a entertainment maximization. Right? So it takes its purpose and it elevates it to a whole new level. Same with Sydney Opera House.
Totally agree.
We're looking up right now. The Becky Thatcher's Diner in Hannibal, Missouri. That next level dining. You know, sometimes they use very specific coffee filters that they run out sometimes.
That's what I hear.
And then they can't make you coffee.
What I was gonna say. This is a very small example. This is not a worldwide scale. In Hannibal, Missouri, they rebuilt the visitor center, and it's supposed to look like a steamboat. From the outside. On the outside of it, it looks like a steamboat.
Yes,
this is a horrible picture of it.
It's down there. I can see on the bottom left. No, from where your picture is. Yep, right there.
So, like...
That looks better.
Instead of just making it a building and putting Mark Twain's face on it, they made it look like a steamboat because that's what Hannibal's known for and famous for. Like, this is such a small example. This is nowhere near the Sphere. But when I saw it, I was like, what a great idea. How fun. Why do we have to do everything square and just brick and window? And that's why the Sphere, and the Sphere is different. You're right. That's all it needs. It needs to have character and something about it that just talks to you. And the Sphere has that in just a totally different way than we've ever seen.
Think of when you're like, oh, I feel like I want to switch up the furniture in this room. You know, switch up the vibe, or like I want to paint the walls in here. I think you're just trying to switch it up, right? So like a building, it's like it has to like. It was just like I don't know. You can make it square, I guess. You can make it as bland as you want, but sometimes you want that little extra flavor in there. Right. You know, you want a little piece of you as the building. It's like your personality thing. You want a personality for the building.
I wonder whose eye that is on the Sphere. Can you imagine being the guy that's like, "That's my eye"? And they're like. That's your eye?
They probably just designed it.
Or is it AI?
It's probably just a fake eye from a video game, probably. They probably just designed one. They're probably like, oh, take this from Metal Gear Solid 5 and just like pop that in there. Yikes. It looks crazy when it like blinks a lot. Oh, man, it's so gross. Let's see. Do you have any closing thoughts at all? Before we end this path?
No,
at the end?
That's it for me. I feel like I've done a lot of talking.
Yeah. Everyone, before we get out of here, a few updates, a few announcements, I should say. Mellow Brick Road newsletter, weekly newsletter coming out every Tuesday, day before the episodes are posted, right?
Right.
Yeah, on Tuesdays, usually in the morning. Sign up for that. We got to sign up on the Instagram page. You can also go to on the Mellow Brick Road podcast Instagram page. You can also go to my Instagram page at Van Windsor. You can find a link to the sign up form there as well.
Come check out the catch of the day.
Catch of the day. That's right. That's on my Instagram as well.
Catch of the day.
I basically just been walking around cleaning up the trash all over the road over where I live because it's just always covered in trash and I'm trying to clean it up.
Yeah, you've been successful, which sucks.
Yeah.
You would hope to go out there and not find anything.
I've been finding less and less.
That's good.
Well, the first time I went was like I needed to be done. That's kind of why I did it.
Yeah.
And then what else was there? Oh yeah, so the newsletter, it's full of all the articles from the week before's episode. So this next newsletter that's going to come up is going to be all for this episode.
Mm-hmm.
All the articles that we pulled, all of our research that we did, all of our vigorous hours and hours of vigorous research that we do for this show is going to be there. You can also catch up. It's going to be once a month on the newsletter. There will be the What You're Reading portion. The last week's newsletter, the first one had the last What You're Reading. We just posted it on our Patreon, so sign up for that.
Yeah.
Which will include the banned book of the month.
What you're reading.
Which the last month was, I think it was Mad Woman of the Sacred Heart. That crazy religious sex book I found. It was nice. Super crazy. I'm not going to tell you what this one is because it's a secret for next month. Or until the end of this month, I should say. Let's see, what else is on there? There's also going to be updates on T-Dub projects or on my side if I have like any, like if I do my globe or anything. Like I posted just like the studio design and like some art stuff. If I have anything, I'm going to post. But you can find all that stuff there. You can, also any like surveys or like polls that we do from the episode or from the show. That's going to be on there as well. Any Patreon updates. Don't forget to sign up for our Patreon. That's where you're going to find all of What You're Reading show. All of the bonus clips from this show are going to be on there, including I don't even know what else is going to be on there. Man, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, you got to just come check it out.
Bloopers. I mean, we're looking at like new live streams are going to be there.
We're looking into some live
streams. We got all kinds of fun stuff going on. So don't forget to go to our Patreon, sign up for that. Help support the show so that we can keep bringing you this grade A, muy caliente content.
This Wagyu, what is it? A5 Wagyu?
Kobe beef.
Kobe beef, baby.
That's beef that's raped women. And with that, we're going to end the show right there, everybody. Path number 57. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. Don't forget to follow him on T-Dub Projects on Facebook, including Mellow Brick Road Podcast is also on that Facebook page, I believe.
Yeah.
Don't forget to follow us, subscribe to us on Spotify and YouTube. Get the little bell.
Hit the like button. Hit the bell.
Like button. Hit the
comment.
Comment. Answer the survey questions. Email us, mellowbrickroad.podcast@gmail.com. We're trying to get this content train, or community train going, I should say. We're trying to get those, Mellow Brick Roadies.
Yeah,
Mellow Brick Roadies. So
I love that.
Sign up for the Patreon. You're an official Mellow Brick Roadie. We'll hang out. We'll find you.
Yeah.
We'll find you. We'll hang out. We'll buy you dinner. You can come chat with us, So don't forget to do that, everyone. I think I'm done rambling now.
Yeah.
Tell us what you think.
We've hit everything at least once, if not more.
If not more, probably more.
If you need more information at this point, just go back, just reverse a little bit and rewatch it.
Go find a brick wall and just headbutt you fucking turds.
Shout out Hoopla. Peace and blessings.
Mellow manifestations, everybody. Ease on down that road.